This is a small chair that a friend dropped around to me. She had 6 of them originally. I'm not sure what happened to the other 5. She doesn't want it back, but it will make a nice little video, and maybe I can get rid of it in a garage sale in the next month or so. First of all, I need to remove the seat, which I believe pops out, and then I can work on there and clean the frame up. It shouldn't take too long. It's an afternoon project, I think. So let's get on with it. This has a few staples keeping the old cover in place. That shouldn't take too long to remove. Actually, they seem quite easy to take out. And then I'll pull them out with my pliers, like that. Something I have noticed is there's quite a bit of dust in here. There's no sign of woodworm or anything there. Not sure why that is. It was on the underside, so usually something like that falls out. I'll just carry on going around and see what's under this cover. I'm going to lift this up. Actually, that's really nice to see. I'm going to keep this on here because it's original to the chair. And I am going to take this fabric and get this chair seat cleaned up. I can tear sheets of the cotton wadding up and that will just go over that front edge. Won't go anywhere. This reminds me of felting. I might make my way all the way across here, just stripping it out slightly. I don't want wedges of it, I just want it to be nice and thin. It's surprising how much you notice when there's something that's lumpy under your backside. It will just give an extra layer of plump to the chair seat. I'll smooth it out a little bit better because I don't want it being in chunks. It's a little bit patchy, so I've put some Dacron over the top. I was given a whole bunch of odds and ends a while ago and I found this. It's a nice cotton. I seem to remember as a child seeing my grandmother have such things to put in trays. She'd have a tray and then she'd put something like this in that was pretty, and then the teacups and everything on it. I know it's old, which I think will be suitable for the chair, and I can see where it's been folded. I'm not going to worry about that too much. What I'm going to do is centre it top and bottom, flip it over, and I'm going to go across the back first and then the front. That's not very centered. There's the center mark there and there. So I will actually measure and do it properly. Pop that there, center that. I think that works. And again on this side. Having marked my centers, the tulips go up. These come down. I know I've got those going up there, the foxgloves or whatever they are going up there and out, but I think that's the right way up. That's perfect. I can pull this down from the back. So I'm going to put that in with the line just a little ways over here. And I've centered my center mark there with there. And I'm going to just pull it across slightly and out. I'm only going to put 3 or 4 across just to hold it. I don't need it to be perfect. Pop that one there. I'm going to pull it slightly out to the side like that. Keep that level. Pull it out to the side. Make it level because it's not quite there. And secure. Flip that around. I've got my center mark here. Straighten that out just a tad. There's my center mark. I'm going to pull that. Pull the fabric forward and into place like that. It's over my center mark and secure. Brush that down, pull it around into shape, pull it across, and again put a couple of staples in. Smooth it down, put it across and into place. That looks pretty neat. Now I think I'm going to start what I would regard as the center, just to make sure that that comes out. Now it might have a bit of the yellow showing on the front, but I'm not going to worry too much. I'm just going to secure that and pull that round on this side. It might change, but that's okay. It's just to hold it for now. When I pull, the sides are going to come in slightly because of the shaping. I'm going to just pull it down that way, but that way. It's a weird way of explaining it, I suppose. So I'm going to go across to about there. Having done that side, I'm going to pull that out to the side and down, just like I had. Make it as smooth as I can, so it looks similar. I've got the arc going there. I'm going to do the same here. It's not going to be that noticeable from the front if it changes. And I am going to do the same on the front. I'm going to pull it out and down like that. Put my little arc in. Make sure it's nice and smooth as it comes round. And I'm going to secure it to about there. And again, I'm going to do it on this side too. Just pull it round and down. Check that the arc is kind of even and secure. Pull that down into place and trim some of this out of here because I don't want all of that in. I'm going to bring this over as far as I can, like that, so it comes down to the front. From the center, I can see the yellow there, that's fine. It'll be the same on the other side as well. Pull that down and secure. And I'm just going to bring all that in like that and secure. And again at the back, I'm going to pull some of that out and trim it back because I don't want it all bulky. And I'm going to pull this in to the back. Basically what I'm trying to do is get this line to be even as I get it in. It's not going to be a problem because nobody's going to really see it from the side. Secure. That's not too bad. I can pull that in here and get that where I want it to. And now I'll do the same on the other side. Pull everything in. Although that only comes to there. So I really don't want to pull it in too far, because it looks like I've got more on this side than the other. That's interesting. I might put this side in and then even the other side up to it because I know what I'm like. I know it's a little bit wobbly there, that's not going to matter. I've managed to get it sort of midway on that point. On this side, I'm going to push it and see if I can get it more or less. There we go, midway there. I'm going to secure that. I'm going to bring it back slightly. I don't have very much space there. The reason why I'm pulling it back slightly is because I don't want so much fabric on the front corner there. Pop that in. And I'm going to cut the hem off like this because I don't want it bulky all the way to the back. And then here, I'm going to fold that under, roll it back so it's more or less in the front of there and secure it. That's how I've put all of the corners in, so it looks nice and tidy. I don't want it coming over to the front here because I'm going to be putting some bottom cloth on there and secure. Trim that back. This is some that I had left over from a project, so I'm going to just pop that over like that across the top. I'm going to secure. Cut it more or less down to size, a little bit over because it doesn't matter. Those creases will come out and it's under the chair, nobody's really going to notice. Fold that over the back and secure from the centre out again. Fold the sides in and continue putting it into place, and then I'll infill where I need to. I think this chair has turned out really cute. I like the way this fits nicely into that place. There's no trim showing around it. It pulled in really well. I just rubbed all of the frame down with some Old English. It's brought out the lovely colours in the wood. I had thought about painting it, but I'd much rather keep the natural colours on there. I'm going to send a photo of this to my friend so she knows what it turned out like, and I'm sure she'll be pleased too. She doesn't have room for it in her house, which is why she gave it to me. She didn't want to put it in landfill. So if it gets a new lease on life, we both succeeded. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe, hit the bell button. A few thumbs up would be brilliant. And in the meantime, take care. See you later. Ciao.